right, here we go. Hey there, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I am up bright and early this morning trying to beat the traffic jam on that information freeway. In other words, stop the glitchiness. It's not working. So I guess all of the internet companies are really struggling right now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down so you can just view the cards and you don't have to look at Freezy-Face. Because I mean, who wants to look at Freezy-Face? Not me. All right, so I did channel a message for you. And the best way to get a channel message that really resonates for you is to connect your energy to mine. So you could do that through hitting the like button, which is always appreciated because to me that says, hey, I really appreciate your time, because it does take me about 2 hours from start to finish to do these videos, from like selecting the cards and then spending time in contemplation and meditation to get your messages, to editing and everything. So I always appreciate that you appreciate my messages. And the other thing is, if you leave me a comment, even if it's just an emoji, I write your name down in my book of names. And so then I meditate over that, so I'm more likely to get a message that resonates for you. So today, your message was, and I actually picked this deck because of it today. It was this turtle. This large turtle, tortoise, whatever. It was turtle though, because it was sea turtle, swimming around in the water, but it was above the water. Like, anyway, so I saw the turtle swimming, and what it felt like to me when I was looking at this turtle was wisdom and creativity and longevity. To me, okay, so turtle is representative in several mythologies of creation that I know of. I can think of 3 off the top of my head. The Iroquois Indian in the Native America has one. There's one in China. And India, the Hindus have a story of creation also that revolves around the turtle. And so the turtle is creativity. It's also longevity. They live for a very long time. Saturn rules Capricorn, right? And Saturn is also known as the Time Lord, Kronos. And so this definitely comes into play. And FYI, Capricorn, in case you didn't know this, you can control time better than any other sign. And so, for instance, if you were to believe this, you have to believe it with everything in you. But if you believe and you speak to your cellular DNA, you can actually ask your cells to slow the aging process. It's a fact. You can believe it or not, but it is a fact. And so you will notice that, okay, let's look at Betty White. How old is she? You know, like 96 and still going strong. I mean, Capricorns tend to live for a long time. They often outlive a lot of people. So longevity is a thing. And the wisdom. The wisdom that comes because there is no substitute for experience, right? Wisdom is knowledge and life experiences, and it gets distilled down and it becomes wisdom. And so you are encouraged, I think, to feel into the clarity of your life, to divine your life purpose this week. I didn't hear anything. All I saw was this. And that's what I felt. And it was so strong. So I feel like that is the message for you this week, is that really tap into your wisdom and create. Create from your soul, from your soul's wisdom, the life it is that you want. Your determination can create something that has legs, that can really take you into the next phase for a long time. It is just going to require, when this moon moves into Libra this week at 3:09 a.m. on Monday, it's going to require, your willpower. Your willpower to really focus in. It's focus and willpower. These are things that are superpowers anyway for Capricorn, right? So what is this thing that you're trying to do? And if you are not sure exactly what the next steps are, the sun is going to be in conjunction with Mercury on Monday. And so helpful information will be coming to light. So really tune in and listen to your higher self and pay attention. You might notice a little bit of tension in your work home balance situation, because we've got Chiron is in Aries right now. That's in your house of home, and you've got the Moon in Libra in your career sector, and they're going to be in opposition. So there's going to be a little tugging. So there'll be something that might need to be healed about that. But the moon moves quickly, so don't dwell on it too long, but notice it and pay attention to it and do what you feel drawn to do. On Tuesday, the North Node is going to shift into Gemini, and Gemini for you is your 6th house of work-life balance. So we've got Gemini moving, we've got the North Node in Gemini, the South Node in your 12th house of Sagittarius, which is what do you need to let go of? And that's your spirituality. So I think releasing belief systems that no longer serve you to help you create work-life balance. And belief systems would be not necessarily, working smarter, not harder, so that you can create that balance, right? The whole world has shut down, and it has allowed us this opportunity to spend more time at home. And for some of us, it's been this aha moment of, wow, oh my gosh, I've been missing out. So what can you let go of so you could create this balance for yourself? It's kind of what it feels like for a lot of you. So you have the white eagle, the connection to the divine. The connection to divine guidance is within you. Oh, geez, it's so white that it's, okay, Freezy, there we go. Connect into that wisdom. So that creativity, that longevity, that wisdom that is from lifetimes of experience, it's all within you. And so the I am statements become really key to the next steps of manifestation. I am abundance. I am prosperity. I am in balance with my life. I am whatever it is that you need, right? So sit down before this full moon that is happening in Scorpio, and on Wednesday. It's happened on Wednesday. Sit down and take the time to write out your gratitude list for the things that you are recognizing in your life that are really important, that you're so grateful for, and then start planning a little bit about what's your next action steps going to be. And it could be writing the I am statements, right? And then when that moon moves into Scorpio on Wednesday, there's a lot of very supportive energy for this, and the full moon is at 6:45 in the morning on Thursday. That's Eastern Daylight Time. It's at 17 degrees and 20 minutes. So if you have planets in placements in your chart in the water signs of Cancer or Pisces, this could be very supportive energy, and there might be a little tension coming in if you have stuff in Taurus, Leo, or Aquarius, but pay attention to these. Aquarius in particular, that is your house of self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, and manifesting things in the physical world materially, right? And so kind of pay attention to where you want to put your time and your effort and how you want to think about this. There's some really nice supportive energy for this day. And it is about trusting that the seeds that you plant or the eggs that you lay. Oh my gosh, last week you had eggs. Eggs that you lay will create, prosperity and abundance, and they will grow and they will produce more. Because the thing about ducks, this looks like ducks, you grow ducks and then the females will lay eggs and they grow more ducks. And so the prosperity continues, right? The prosperity continues. And so what kind of steps can you do? How can you set this up for yourself? There is going to be some information coming to you, though, that you might want to keep to yourself a little bit, because that moon in Scorpio is in opposition to Mercury in Taurus. And so while you'll be having information coming to light, maybe there is a need to keep some of it to yourself. for the time being. Maybe there's an idea or something and it's just not ready to be shared, right? It's still just an egg that's like coming into development. So keep a little something to yourself there. So for guidance on this, you have hold your vision. Hold your vision. You are getting information and downloads. You are tapping into the wisdom of lifetimes. You have this creative energy just flowing around you. You have look at the underbelly. Be sure that you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project you are working on could use some fine-tuning. So keep some of the information to yourself while you're working to develop it. It's like incubating the little Easter eggs that we saw last week, right? So this is an opportunity for you to really be making some plans using that wisdom. This is a very strong creative time, and in true Capricorn fashion, it requires organization. Of course it does. That is what we do. All right, so, oh, my nose is itching so much. Okay, so then the moon is going to move into Sagittarius at 3:15 in the morning on Friday. This has some really supportive energy for what was going on, that little bit of tension that was brought up back on Monday. This is some really supportive energy to kind of work through this, and it's in a great energy it's a sextile energy, which is very supportive energy to where your ruling planet of Sagittarius is right now over there in Aquarius, and not Sagittarius, Saturn in Aquarius. So, it's about creating healthy boundaries that help you with this healing and the confidence to stand in your truth and to do the little bit of self-reflecting that you need to do to figure out what your next steps are, to bring in pleasure to your life on a regular basis. As a Capricorn rising, I can tell you there have been multiple times in my life where I've held 5 jobs at a time while raising a family. No lie. Twice for 5 jobs. Generally, it's 3. So I get it. And so here we are. We all hit this wall, right? This is the second time this has shown up today. This impasse, this time to reflect and redirect your energy. So this, when I could tell the world was shutting down, when I could see that happening, I was like, oh, I'm going to get this and done and this and this and this. And I had a list and I sat down and I scheduled out. This was on a Sunday, the 22nd of March. I sat down and I wrote out all the things I was going to do every day. I was going to do this exercise twice a day. And then I was going to go and do this. And then I was going to sit down and I was going to work on this. And I scheduled my days. They were jam-packed. And then I went to, of course, my second job on Monday, and I picked up the coronavirus. And Spirit said, that is not what this time is for. This is time for you to reconnect with Spirit in a deeper way, to tap into what it is that is your soul purpose and your soul journey, so you can reorganize your life in a way that promotes your spiritual development and brings abundance and prosperity into your life. And so I slept for 3 weeks, and I got a lot of downloads and information in my dreams, and there was just a lot that happened. And so for me, finding the balance, and for you, finding the balance is what this is all about. Because when that moon moves into Capricorn on Sunday morning at 5:39, it is about balance, okay? It is about finding that work-life balance, taking responsibility for how you can create that using your wisdom and your intuition. And Spirit is doubling down on this. First, they wanted me to tell you that story, and now they're sending out the balance card again. It isn't about charging ahead, full steam ahead, using this to be able to be ready to jump off the bridge and really work harder and swim faster when the world reopens. No, it is about how can you swim harder and faster, and then at the end of the day, turn around, float on your back, paddle around, and play in the waters, right? It isn't the whole thing. It isn't all work. It isn't going full steam ahead. It is about finding and creating the balance in your life and feeling more abundant because you are, and more prosperous because you will be. Because now you have prosperity and abundance in all areas of your life. And so, Capricorn, all the stuff that's been going on in your sign, it's there for a reason. Spirit is just really, really wanting you to take advantage of this, and look, you do. You got the manifestation card. This is not about, oh my gosh, what have I lost? This is about, oh my gosh, look at everything I'm gaining. I can really and truly have it all. It says, if you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you are actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are who know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen? Either way, stop waiting, start manifesting, start using I am statements. I am activates the God creator principle inside of you, that piece of you that is God, that can manifest and create anything. I am prosperity. I am abundance. I am joy filled. Keep it in balance. Keep it in balance. All right. I will see you back here on Thursday. I'm not sure what I'm doing. A couple ideas rolling around in my head, but I will be putting videos out on Mondays and Thursdays. So if you're looking for me, and then in the meantime, Sunday is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there. And don't forget your mother, as I have to remind my children. All right. Thank you so much. You have a great week. We'll talk soon.